Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to the Talk English podcast, your friendly corner of the internet where you learn English naturally, improve your mindset, and build a better you, one episode at a time. I'm Sarah.
And I'm John. We are so excited you're here today. Whether this is your first episode or you've been listening for a while, welcome to the family. Make yourself a cup of tea, sit back, and get ready to learn.
That's right. And today's topic is something close to everyone's heart because it touches like every part of our lives, from learning English to working out to waking up on time.
Okay, let me throw a question at you. What do you think is the real key? And I mean the real key to success in anything.
Oof, big question. Let me think. Is it talent, motivation?
Good guesses. But here's the truth. The real key to success is self-discipline. That quiet, steady force that pushes you forward, even when you don't feel like it.
Oh yes, self-discipline is what gets you out of bed on cold mornings or keeps you studying English when Netflix is calling your name.
Exactly. Motivation is like a spark, It can start a fire, but self-discipline is the wood that keeps it burning.
Before we dive into tips and techniques, let's talk about what self-discipline really is. A lot of people think it means being strict or boring or saying no to everything.
Yeah, like punishing yourself, but it's not about that. It's about making choices today that your future self will thank you for.
I love that. And honestly, I've struggled with this a lot. I make big plans, like I'm going to study English for 1 hour every night, and then life happens.
Same. And the problem is we go too big too fast. That's why our first major tip is
start with tiny habits.
Start small. So small, it almost feels silly. This might sound strange, but the smaller your habit, the easier it is to stick with.
Exactly. Let's say your goal is to study English. Instead of planning an hour a day, try this. Open your English app every morning and do just one vocabulary exercise.
Or listen to 3 minutes of an English podcast, or read one sentence in English.
The trick is, once you start, you usually do more. But if you make the task tiny, you remove the pressure. It's not about pushing hard, it's about showing up.
This reminds me of when I wanted to get into the habit of exercising. I said, okay, I'll just put on my workout shoes and do 2 stretches. That's it.
And
half the time, I ended up doing a full workout anyway, because once I started, it felt easy to keep going.
Same goes for English learning. Instead of, I must speak for 30 minutes, say, I'll describe one object near me in English.
Or try shadowing, repeating just one line from a video or podcast. 1 sentence a day adds up quickly over time,
It's like watering a plant. You don't flood it, you give it just enough each day.
Honestly, I used to feel like I wasn't doing enough if I didn't spend hours studying. But then I realized, it's better to be consistent than to be perfect.
Yes, consistency beats intensity. A short habit repeated daily will take you much farther than a long one done once a week.
Let's move to tip number 2. Focus on systems instead of just goals.
This one changed my life. A lot of people say, I want to be fluent in English. That's the goal. But the problem is, goals don't tell you what to do each day.
Exactly. A system is a daily plan, a habit that leads you toward your goal. So instead of saying, I want to be fluent, you say, every morning after breakfast, I'll practice for 10 minutes.
When you focus on your system, the goal becomes almost automatic,
Here's a metaphor I love, Your goal is the destination, but your system is the GPS. Without the GPS, how are you going to get there?
Brilliant. And here's the thing, when you fall in love with the process, the results will follow.
Let's quickly go over some new vocabulary we've used today.
Self-discipline. Control you have over yourself to do what needs to be done.
Consistency. Doing something regularly over time.
Intensity. Doing something with a lot of force or energy.
System. A process or routine to help you reach a goal.
Momentum. It's the energy or movement that builds over time.
Pause the episode if you need to. Repeat these words or write them down in a notebook. The more you use them, the more natural they'll feel.
Let's do a quick recap.
Today we learned
tiny habits are powerful. Make your English routine so easy you can't say no.
Goals are nice, but systems get the job done.
And now your challenge for today. Choose one tiny English habit and do it today. Just one, maybe.
Learn one new word.
Speak one sentence aloud.
Listen to 2 minutes of English audio.
And write it down. Writing your habit increases your chance of doing it.
Don't forget, we've made a free downloadable guide for this episode. It includes today's vocabulary,
Comprehension questions.
and a short grammar focus.
You'll find the link in the show notes. It's completely free and helps you apply everything you just learned.
In part 2, we'll go even deeper. We'll talk about
Making habits more fun,
designing your environment
managing your energy.
and using accountability to stay on track.
You won't want to miss it. Make sure to follow or subscribe wherever you're listening.
Thanks again for joining us, You're already showing self-discipline just by being here.
We'll see you in part 2. Until then, keep learning, keep practicing, and most of all, keep going.
This is Talk English Podcast, and you've got this.